Core values for America's Charities are the values we have to live every day. It's both our professional values as well as our personal values. And in a mission-driven organization, those two connect so closely that it's critical, and it's critical that our employees are engaged in creating those core values so that they represent not only how they believe and think, but also drive the way they work and the way we work with each other collaboratively.
That engagement piece is so important because it's not just how we engage others in our work. So it doesn't just mean how do we get our charities involved, how do we get our corporate partners involved, how do we collaborate with other federations to really expand workplace giving. It's how we're engaged as a staff, how we're engaged in terms of how do we recruit and retain top talent that want to be in this organization and really want to make an impact and make a difference. How do you stay engaged with your professional development and really improving yourself? How do you stay engaged with the staff? Like, how do you really become an important component of the organization? And then with the connectivity, that to me is how do we as America's Charities sort of drive the future conversation of workplace giving? How are we connected in this sort of larger philanthropic space, and really how do we become and how do we look to be the change agents?
The thing about America's Charities that's really wonderful is that while it's over 30 years old, it's transforming to take a leadership role in helping usher in the new era of employee engagement in our digital culture. This generation of core values, which is new for the organization, really wonderful, because the core values that we've developed speak to the very core value that's the nearest to my heart, which is excellence. Our goal is to be the best professionals that we can be, and that means learning new skills, growing, working together, always with the focus on our key stakeholders and delivering excellence to the charities that we work with, to the companies that we support, as well as to individual donors inside and outside the walls of the workplace. If we can deliver excellence each and every day, day in, day out, 365 days a year, then we are living a core value that will reflect our brand, it will reflect our image, and it will reflect in the quality of the service we provide to our customers and all of our stakeholders.
In my role, diversity really plays a part in what I do, because we all work in teams, and thinking of diversity not just in a traditional sense, but also how each of us have different mindsets and how we can combine those mindsets to fit together to create a better final product for our members, and also committing ourselves to this overall unbiased attitude towards all of our members, that all of their initiatives are significant and important, and they're diverse. And by having that attitude, we're not only, bringing in more business for us, but we're also helping more people, essentially, because we're having this greater level of outreach. More money is going more places.
I think core values are really the kind of the guiding principles, if you will, in terms of what we do and how one lives their life and how an organization runs. Some of the most important core values to me, as I think about it, are really around collaboration and integrity. As we look at workplace giving, I'd like to say workplace giving is probably the most cost-effective and convenient way for employees to support giving. And because they can give through a payroll deduction format, a little bit out of each paycheck certainly goes a long way to support a charity who's providing services on a daily basis. The collaboration inside of that whole process is to convince our customers, corporate customers, and their employees, one, to convince the corporate customers to open up their doors to allow our charities to participate. We had to be able to show we had integrity. We had to show that the organization was honest in terms of its delivery. We had to show that we were willing to work with other groups, and we had to be able to respond to the customer's needs. So those are all key inside of that piece. So as I look at collaboration and integrity, I see those being a part of the DNA of America's Charities, that we could not proceed and get where we are today without collaboration and integrity. As a result of those two, at the present time, America's Charities has raised over $500 million for charities throughout the U.S. and abroad. Those dollars have certainly had an impact on the needs in our communities and are continuing to address those needs. I'd love to say that it has been completed, but the thing is, we have to continue this process. We have to continue working together. We have to continue looking at ways that we can develop partnerships and continue to collaborate on how we can make a difference in our communities. And I think America's Charities has done that, and I think our collaborations throughout the years have shown our ability to move forward and hopefully to be successful and meet the needs that are in our communities.